All right, all right. Big news at Solid Rock Church. Once again, I have to say, protesters, please.
The churchgoers alone. These poor people are just trying to go to church on Sunday, and they're being harassed, um, and they're being put in fear, and they're being made not to feel comfortable trying to go to church. The point is, this is over. This is today, this agreement, this global agreement that's been signed by everybody involved, is Micah's justice. The next step, which Ms. Ward pointed out, is their legislative goal to help reach out and talk the state legislature into passing this Coercive Control Act. That's what's left for these protesters.
So apparently JP Miller's attorneys weren't totally forthcoming with us after the settlement. Now, one thing that the attorney said is that both parties, both the Francis family and JP Miller, wanted all the protesters at the Solid Rock Church to just stop protesting. Well, apparently that's not entirely accurate. Now, I'm going to move out of the way so you can pause to read this, but Sierra Francis posted this last night. Now, I moved out of the way so you can read, but I'm going to point out the things that I want to make sure you guys notice. First, she says, but one thing circulating that we definitely would like to make everyone aware of, Russell Long does not legally represent the Francis family. Now, if you scroll down a little bit further, it says, after court, there was a joint statement made. We did not know anyone's intended words until they were spoken. That said, we have not asked protesters to protest or refrain from it. We encourage everyone to follow their convictions within the law. So basically, Micah's family has never told anybody to protest or to not protest, even after this settlement. Now, what we do know is that JP Miller has been very perturbed. So apparently JP Miller's attorneys weren't totally forthcoming with us after the settlement.
Not your opinion.
No, sir.
Yeah.
I'm sitting
The
here.
plastic
You can't
keeper.
even answer this
You got a
lady's
problem.
question that
You got
she's
a problem.
has a legitimate
No,
question.
Lolly, I'm beginning to wonder.
You looked at me and started talking to me, sir.
You get your life.
This lady wants to be recording me as well.
No, I'm recording you.
We've seen the GoFundMe, sir.
Who is it?
We've seen the GoFundMe.
Yeah, then why are you saying
You know your GoFundMe.
I could care less.
You know
I'm
your
proud of my
GoFundMe. So go
Go
look
read
at your GoFundMe.
Yeah, I want y'all to go read it. I want everyone to go read it. See, you're antagonizing me.
I'm not antagonizing nothing. I'm
You're
standing up for
slandering
the
me.
community.
You're
sir.
slandering me and
That's
my
what
family.
I do. I stand
And
up
listen,
for the community.
You don't
That's
live
right. You
here.
slander people. That's exactly what you do. You divide everybody. You try to divide everybody.
Protesters
have to do what anybody
You're
else
more
says.
likely a plant when you try to divide everybody.
I think you need to do the right thing, sir.
I'm doing what
You
I'm
need to
doing.
put down the costume and you need to come back for justice for
You
Micah.
go back to your hometown.
You
right?
need to come back
You
for justice.
need, you need to stop trying to
We
make
go to all
money
the communities, sir. That's why
off
we
of
have
justice for Micah.
we go to the communities because we really
Screaming
do
walk
care.
away.
Go ahead, promote it because it needs to be heard. Go ahead, record me.
There's a lot of
Seriously, the community has been reaching out to me. Let me tell you something, Jay. The community has reached out to me since the first week that I was here.
Stop trying to divide people, PJ.
Risking and manipulating a conversation. I wasn't even looking at him.
All you do is divide people.
You're dressing like Jesus, and Jesus would not this way.
See?
No, see,
Did she pay
what
her
you're
the
doing,
way?
what you're doing is about
Jay did not cross the barrier.
You're
Jay
not
did not
doing
cross
it
the
about Michael.
barrier.
You're doing it about me.
Jay
Your
did cross the
agenda is an
barrier.
agenda. It's
JP
almost like a
crossed the
cult
barrier.
because you won't let anybody say what they want to say.
Hey,
You won't
let's
let
not do
anybody say
this.
what they want to say because if they come
That's
on
what
your
he wants
channel
y'all
and
to
say
do.
something, you
What he
block
wants
them.
you to do.
You don't let anybody
No,
defend
it's
anybody.
about positivity and
It's
progress.
about your agenda.
Do me a
It's
favor,
about your
please.
agenda.
Oh my God.
He stopped him.
Yeah.
He stopped him.
Stop dressing
Yeah,
up as
thank
a
you.
cop. Stop instigating the protesters.
Okay,
Stop
listen, you said-
instigating the community. Stop instigating the police. Because when they give you rules,
But right
and
here's
you
an
basically
example. This is an example
disregard
of
the
people
rules and
trying
walk
to
up
divide
and down
people.
here,
And who
that's
are you
Yes,
to
he
tell me
tries
what
to
I'm
divide
not doing?
everybody.
Do I tell you what to do?
The number one person trying to
JP is the reason they're
divide
You
us.
went up to him. You don't have to approach him.
Who are
He
you
asked.
to tell me what I should
Can you answer this lady's
Who are
question?
Who are you
What
to
is
tell
the
me
reason for
what
the
I should do?
GoFundMe?
Do I tell you what to do?
$21,000.
Do I tell you what to do?
What is the reason for the
Why does that
fairy tale
have to do with Justice for Micah? I'm not
life? It
embarrassed
was
about
her
anything.
question that she had,
No,
sir.
you're making the question.
She asked you the
Don't
question
call me
before
sir.
you even looked
Don't
at
call
me,
me sir.
Jay.
You know my name.
So why don't you ask her, please? Or why don't you answer?
I exactly answered. I told her. I said
Told
I would
her
like you to go read it.
It's your
Please go
GoFundMe.
read it.
You don't
have it
know the
anymore. You
reason
don't
why
need
you
it.
have the GoFundMe?
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't know what walking anymore.
No, because that's
he
why
walked
there's
away.
barriers up here.
Who's
Because
coming
he
to me?
doesn't know
No, the
what.
barriers are up there because JP crossed the line.
Do you see this hate?
You pay attention to the details.
I was looking off to the side. I was
You do
watching
not
her.
turn over and
She
start
asked
talking
you a
and ask me
question.
questions. You're
No,
lying.
actually, Jay, I was
You
standing
are
here talking
lying.
right here. She was here.
He
She
made a
asked
whole
you a
video
question.
about Jay. He made a whole YouTube video. You made a whole video about
Right here,
Jay.
two
He's the
persons.
trash.
You walked up, talked to her. I'm talking over her.
No.
Then I turned the camera here because you're all.
And you started
Hello.
asking me questions.
Everybody has it recorded.
You
Thank
started
you.
asking me
The video will be uploaded for everybody to
and
see
anybody
the
that
truth.
wants to see the truth, exactly.
Yes, the truth.
You're a
He's a
problem.
loser. He doesn't even live
Making it
here.
about me.
Sir, I
Your
don't
agenda
have
is making it about
barricades
me.
come up.
Another wannabe journalist is trying to make
That
money
is
off
you.
of YouTube.
Please,
Why don't you blame the person
stop
that
dressing up in your
Everything on
costume.
YouTube to
Stop
make money.
having your own agenda
Mm.
and be about
Constantly.
justice for Micah. This isn't
got a
isn't
problem?
plastic J's sidewalk to walk up and down. You're trying to get your congregation and
I
your
don't care what
GoFundMe.
Says the plastic
It's
YouTuber.
not about that. See, that's about your opinion.
No, sir,
Yeah.
I'm sitting
The
here.
plastic
You can't
YouTuber.
even answer this
You got a
lady's
problem.
question that
You got a
she
problem.
has a legitimate
No,
question.
Lolly, I'm beginning to wonder.
Yes, yes,
Answer.
yes.
You looked at me and started talking to me, sir.
You get your life.
This lady wants to be recording me as well.
You're
No, I'm recording you.
We've seen the GoFundMe, sir.
Who is it?
We've seen the GoFundMe.
Yeah, then why are you saying
You know your GoFundMe.
I could care less.
You know
I'm
your
proud of my
GoFundMe. So go look
read it.
at your GoFundMe.
Yeah, I want y'all to go read it. I want everyone to go read it. See, you're antagonizing me.
I'm not antagonizing nothing. I'm
You're
standing up for
slandering
the
me.
community.
You're slandering me and
That's
my
what
family.
I do. I stand
And
up
listen,
for the community.
You don't
That's
live
right. You
here.
slander people. That's exactly what you do. You divide everybody. You try to divide everybody.
Protesters
I have to do what anybody
You're more
says.
likely a plant who tries to divide everybody.
I think you need to do the right thing, sir. You need to put down the costume and you need to come back for justice for
Go
Micah.
back to your hometown.
You
right?
need to come back for justice.
You need to stop trying to
We
make
go to all
money
the communities, sir. That's why
off
we
of justice
have.
for Micah.
We go to the communities because we really do care. Go ahead, promote it because it needs to be heard. Go ahead, record me.
There's a lot.
Seriously, the community has been reaching out to me. Let me tell you something, Jay. The community has reached out to me since the first week that I was here.
You're showing hope. You're showing hope.
Stop trying to divide people, CJ.
Twisting and manipulating a conversation. I wasn't even looking at him.
All you do is divide people.
You're person like Jesus, and Jesus wouldn't act this way
See?
at all.
Wait,
Jesus
who
would have been
is?
a
Justice for agenda. Be about justice for Micah.
Yeah, CJ is justice for agenda to make money off of justice for Micah.
Plastic because it's fake. Why say plastic?
You're a fake YouTuber.
He made an entire YouTube video about Jay.
Why are the barriers up?
Because of JP. Cross the picket line. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. JP crossed the picket line after he was told not to. Tell the truth. Tell the truth, CJ. Tell the truth. The barriers are up because JP was told not to cross the picket line, and he did. You're a liar. You're spreading false information. You're a liar.
Why are the barriers up?
Because of JP. Cross the picket line. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. JP crossed the picket line after he was told not to. Tell the truth. Tell the truth, CJ. Tell the truth. The barriers are up because JP was told not to cross the picket line, and he did. You're a liar. You're spreading false information. You're a liar.
The very first week I was here, community.
It doesn't matter what community reached out to you. It wasn't a community. It was a couple of protesters. That's a lie. You're a liar. He says community like everybody at Market Comment has been talking to him. No one talks to you, CJ. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You're a plastic YouTuber. Nobody cares. You do nothing but talk about everybody there and try to divide everybody there. You've done it from the beginning. You have not yet stopped.
Wait a second, we're not missing. Look at the big old bird here.
Nobody watches CJ. He literally went live for 6.5 hours last week, and he had like 50 viewers.
I don't mind if it rains or freezes, as long as I got my.
Alright, so you get the point. It went on at infinitum. And so we heard a lot more yelling and screaming and nagging, in my opinion. In my opinion, mainly from Jay and his little cohorts, whatever. I didn't feel like it was necessary regardless. That's not what needs to happen. It looks bad. It looks bad. So let's go ahead and see what CJ had to say as well.
I got to bring up Google Maps to explain it to you guys. For a better scope of things. Let me do this. Let's go up here. There we go. All right, so here's Google Earth. I want to show you guys something, and this is how upsetting it is, okay? That's weird. I never seen that before. All right. So we were standing right here, okay? We were standing right here. The president of this school shows up right here and stops right here. Asks me to come over. I come over. She's wanting to talk about we've been getting a lot of negative complaints about the protests and being affiliated with, it was probably people from Solid Rock making complaints about the protests, right? But she was like, we don't have a side. We can't be on a side. And the they can't, the politics of stuff is what it is. It's the politics. And she was like, and I don't like us getting negative complaints about the protests. I've been getting them for a few weeks now. She said, I've been getting them for a few weeks. And today I figured I'd just come and show up and see what's going on. And so I reached out to Melissa and Allie, asked them to come talk to her because they know all the permissions and all that stuff, right? And so this was towards the end. So they came over and they were talking to her about it. And this is definitely a possibility for next weekend. Okay. And this is when I bring up the barriers. Okay. I've talked about the barriers the last couple days. When I bring up the barriers in this conversation that we're going to be going through tonight, this is what I want you to understand. You see the barriers right now and how much we are cut off from having an effective protest now that they're blocking everything. Okay. I showed you guys when we were on location after we found out the news of the latest possibility. I literally walked you guys over here and showed you this is the only area that they will be able to stand. And that's if Solid Rock doesn't put barriers right here. So I want to give you guys a realistic possibility of what could take place, because when the president of that school pulls into this parking lot right here and says, we can't have this on the property, let me review it. They heard what Melissa and Allie were saying. She's totally open so far. She's going to review it. But when there's a possibility of not being able to be on this campus property, I want to show you guys something. I want to show you what is blocked off if this campus doesn't allow us to have any protests there. And this is why it's so damn important when it comes to the frickin' antics that has caused this. Look, It wouldn't matter. This is what I want to tell you guys real quick. It would not matter if HGCG whatever said, guess what, guys? We can't have you on our property. That's fine. We could still be on this sidewalk, right? Right? But no. This is now going to be a continuous thing because of somebody's antics that was not helping the protests. Because now look what happens. Look at what it looks like now and wait till what I show you if the school doesn't allow us to be on their property except for the sidewalk, and how little room there's going to be. So that's what it looked like before. They could literally come to here, the property line, and basically all of this would be blocked off. Watch. That's what it'll look like if the school doesn't allow. Oh, let me zoom it back. Sorry, you don't see it all. That's what the blocked off zone will look like if the school doesn't allow the protesters to be on their